Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today we're going to do airbrushing foundation.
Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi Corin, stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So hopefully you guys have been practicing your airbrushing techniques and the strokes that I showed you guys in my recent video. But that's very, very important. For those of you guys who's now just joining, make sure to watch that video. And I'm going to make sure to put a link to that video right in the more info section somewhere down there. Alright, and but for those of you guys who've been practicing, today we're going to put that into work. So starting with application of airbrush foundation. So I have my airbrush. This one is a different airbrush. This is from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, OCC, and this is the Sparmax dual action. Okay, and also I'm using my water-based foundation for this, and this is again from OCC. I chose to use water-based today because it's something that everyone can use, and also, you know, feel free to use silicone base or an SB base or an SB line foundation like from Temp 2, but just make sure that you are not sensitive or allergic to silicones. Many makeup wearers out there are not aware that they are sensitive to silicones, so just make sure, you know, that you're not one of them. So, but you know, for the safe side, go for water base. Again, this is from OCC. Now, before we start, okay, unlike traditional makeup, this is probably one of the makeup application method that you're going to need to conceal first if you need to. You cannot conceal later, because once you airbrush it and you finish, you're done. You can't touch it, alright? And if you put concealer on after you airbrush, it's going to ruin your work. So at this point, the first thing you need to do is conceal. And unlike traditional makeup, with airbrush makeup, you don't need face primers either. So if you prefer, you're more than welcome to prime your face, but technically you really don't need to. But it does help, especially for those of you guys who's doing airbrush for photography. Definitely look into using primers, okay? Because it's just going to help the skin look a little bit more flawless for pictures. It'll be less work for the graphic designer or whoever's in charge of graphic to, you know, fix things. Alright, so I'm just going to use my concealer wheel, and I'm going to just conceal here and there. Alright, so basically, mainly I'm just going to conceal my expression lines. Okay, and then I have a little bit of kind of a line right here, or darkening, so I'm just going to conceal that a little bit. Alright, so you just do it wherever it's needed. Okay. A little bit the under eye over here. I have a little bit of darkening in my under eye somehow. A little bit over here. So basically conceal whatever you need to conceal first. Okay, next we're going to set our PSI, okay, to range between 15 to 18. You don't want the air to be blasting, you know, higher than that. A lot of people prefer between 13 to 18. A lot of people prefer 15 to 18, but I prefer 15 to 18. So I'm just going to set it at about 18, and the best way really, guys, is to, like, you know, press the trigger and look at your gauge and see what the pressure is, because it's going to change. So make sure you adjust it from that. So that needs to go up a little bit more. Alright, so that's perfect. Okay, next we're ready for the product, and I'm using my water base, and again, any airbrush makeup that you use, you have to shake it really well, okay? And then about 4 to 6 drops is enough to cover the whole face. So I usually, for my face, I usually do 6 drops. If you have a smaller face, then you can probably get away with just 4. Alright, but 4 to 6 drops is plenty of products to do your foundation. Alright, so product in my gun. Alright, I'm going to start by just pressing the button and feel the air first. Okay, and see if that's good. If it's kind of hurting, then you have too much pressure, so lower your PSI. Alright, but if it's comfortable, then it's fine. You can start spraying. Alright, what I usually do, I like starting from the forehead down to the chin. Now, a lot of airbrush artists like doing it from the side, like this. Alright, going, and then finishing off with the forehead area. Alright, but I kind of like starting in the forehead and then working my way down to the chin and the jawline. Alright, and it's best to start, of course, again, remember the close bar, okay, when you pull, it's best to hold the gun at least 6 inches away from your face, alright, or between 6 to 12 is usually rule of thumb, so 8 is great, you know, just kind of average that, but just kind of like get a feel for it. Alright, and then I'm going to start, and the product's going to come out, circular motion. Okay, nice, even circular motion. Okay, this is really important. When you get to about the nose area, try to hold your breath. You don't want to inhale the micronized product that's coming out of the gun. So just hold your breath for, you know, a few seconds, or if you're doing this to a client, make sure to ask them to just, you know, kindly hold your breath for a couple of seconds, and then of course cue them that they can breathe, you know, at that point. So they're not like turning blue holding their breath, okay? So again, just do circular motion, and again at this point you can kind of get close in and target, you know, problem areas, especially where it needs more coverage. Alright, that's where you can really get close, and if you need, you know, more wider spray, then pull the gun back. Alright, and just eyeball it out, guys. Really, that's, you know, it's really not that hard. Look at that. It's pretty simple, guys. So our next lesson, guys, is going to be contouring and highlighting. So make sure you keep tuned. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that. Let your friends know. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.